Hi there and welcome back to the Purrsuit Gaming channel. As always, I'm your host Cosmii. It's a pleasure to meet you all and welcome back to another episode of Storage Hunter Simulator. So on the previous episode, we were able to acquire our very own pawn shop, which was a great success there. And we were able to upgrade some of our basic tools. So we do have our repair tool. Another thing that we want to work on is our verification tool. So with our pawn shop, we do have the ability to advertise some of our items above market value, which is really good. But we also have the potential to haggle on some of those items as well. So if we are good with the negotiation process, we can get a bit more than what's advertised. But generally speaking, most customers will potentially be happy with the prices that are advertised. It just takes a bit of time for us to sell those items. So we do have this cabinet here that we need to sell. We also have this swimming ring, and I think that's about it, all we have currently in stock at the moment. So I think what we're going to do is see if we can get some of this cash, so see if we can clear out some of these items, and these items are going to sell in the next, well, 5 to 10 minutes, so it won't be too much of a wait there. With that being said, we can smash out our first objective, which is collecting from our computer. And the next thing we want to work on is actually working on a specialty. So the specialty costs are about $1,000 each. I won't want to really worry about that until we have quite a few successful jobs or successful days. Otherwise, I'll be investing all my money and all my funds straight into a specialty, and then we won't have any funds for those auctions. So awesome, all our items have sold. We do have a little over $1,000 in the bank. So what we're going to do is going to head straight on over to the local auctions and see if we can score one of those lockers for a reasonable price. So the main objective I want to get through today is maybe jumping onto some of those blind auctions and also upgrading our verification tool, because I don't want to be running backwards and forwards to all the specialists or the people that are able to appraise our items. I want to be able to do that myself, and it might make it easier for us to make a bit more money quite fast. Alrighty, this is not the most promising unit, but you know what? If you're able to secure this for like $300, I think we'd be doing pretty well. Alrighty, the competition's a bit feisty today. We were able to secure this one for just under $700, so hopefully there is quite a bit of profit to be made here. We do have a chest here, so let's crack this bad boy open, see what we got. We do have a textbook, that is $15. We do have a paint set. Unfortunately, we have to go to the hobby shop for that. And we do have some sort of hand sculpture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck those back into the case. See if we can stack up everything and load up our truck. Once I've loaded up my truck, we can continue on our journey, see how much money we do get out of this locker. Alrighty, so we're able to load up our locker. We got quite a lot of rare items in here. So we do have seats, I think some guns and whatnot, and we also have what was in the chest. So definitely not the best unit for like straight value, just because we aren't able to verify a lot of these items themselves. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head across town to the other side of the Black Elk. In Black Elk, I might try and offload some of these items for some quick cash, and maybe we can jump onto some of those auctions on that side of town if we're able to get there in time, that is. Alright, so with everything sold, we do have almost $800 in the bank, and we do have 4 rare items that we do need to get dropped off at the specialists. So I think what we're going to do is let's head over to the first set of auctions, see if we can snap up 1 or 2 before the end of today. I know it's pretty late, so time is fleeting. Unfortunately, there's only 1 available, and it is finishing very, very shortly. Let's go quickly rush on over there and see if we can pick up another locker while we're here. Alrighty, so this lobby here was pretty good. We were able to double our money, so we had a 80-ish dollar investment, came out with about $400 in items. So once I do sell these items, I should have over $1,000. But what I want to do is also drop on some of these more rarer type items to be verified. So I've got this one here. Get the hand verified. Oops, my chest fell off. And what we're going to do is I'll quickly stop past, offload some of these items, and then I want to also go over to the hobby shop. So I can't wait until we're able to actually upgrade our verification tool so we don't have to keep running around to all these various locations just to get some items verified. So that's definitely the next goal that we want to be working towards. Accumulating $2,000 to upgrade our verification tool. Alrighty, this one's dropped off. Awesome. And what I'm going to do is going to head back over to the other side of town and call it a day. And tomorrow we can pick up some of our items that are being verified. Alrighty, it's a new day. All our items have been verified, it seems. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop past the ammo surplus shop, pick up our first 2 rare items, and then head on over to the other side of town and maybe pick up some more of those auctions. With that being said, instead of waiting around for the surplus shop to open up, I think we can head on over, see if we're able to pick up an early morning auction. Alright, we do have an early morning auction, fortunately. Hopefully the items aren't too bulky, otherwise we're going to need to offload them in a bit of a rush. And yeah. Alrighty, so we're able to stack up mostly everything. I think I want to come back later and pick up that chest. Ooh. Alrighty, as you can see, we had a pretty successful day yesterday. And based on the number of items on the back of my trusty blue little buggy, we do have enough money to actually purchase our verification tool. What I'm going to do is I want to head to the other side of town, and I'm going to actually quickly offload this stuff and also head on past the gallery, pick up our item that we did get verified. We're going to run quickly up a bit north to pick up our item at the electronics shop. I think that's a microphone. And then we can eventually come back this direction to pick up our lockbox and potentially drop off anything else that we may have sitting around. Alrighty, we arrived just in time for the gallery to open up. Ooh, we don't have anything at the gallery, and all our items generally just fell off the back of our vehicle, so probably wasn't the smartest idea to stop here. There we go, we're able to quickly restack it. So what we'll do is quickly just offload some of these items at the pawn shop, just so that we're not so cluttered and not losing items here and there as we're stopping at location to location. And there we have it. We have our $2,000. So with our $2,000, I think it's a good opportunity for us to upgrade our verification tool. So with that, we do have our verification tool upgraded, so we should be able to verify our own items. Yes, we can. Awesome, that's very convenient. What other items do we have laying around? And there we go, we just saved ourselves a bunch of time. I think our next goal would be to save a bit more money to participate in those blind auctions. I've heard that those blind auctions are quite pricey, so we definitely want to have at least maybe $3,000 in our bank before we go down that way. So, first things first, let's pick up some of our loose items that we have laying about. We did drop off one item at the hobby shop, so let's quickly pick on that one up.
Can I help you?
There we go. We have our paint set. It is a $150 item. And then our last item is our little microphone that we've yet to pick up.
Greetings. Who are you?
Alrighty, so our microphone was a $250 item right there. So definitely we do have quite a bit of money to work with. So unfortunately, I think the auctions to our right, let's head over, I think are going to be our blind auctions. So I want to head on left back towards the fashion shop, and over here should be the junkyard. So the trusty junkyard has served us well in the past, so and there have generally been not as pricey, so I think we should be able to acquire one or two. At least maybe we can jump on one, offload a bunch of items, and then come back for another auction. So this one's quite high tier, so alright, I think what I want to do is quickly offload some of these items and come back just in case we don't have enough money to outbid our competitors. So there is a level 3 difficulty. Generally I would expect higher tier items, higher value items. It also means a bit more competitive bidding. Alrighty, so $1,200, probably not too bad. And these two items in the back I should have dropped off at the locksmith. Alright, let's jump on this first auction. It is a level 3, so hopefully that means better items. Alrighty, so we secured our first level 3 locker, if I can recall, at least at the junkyard, so hopefully we do see some more interesting items here. Alrighty, so our level 3 locker did give us $1,400 worth of items. So I think what we're going to do is just offload these items, come straight on back with the money, and see if we can get any of those later auctions. Unfortunately, we can't get some of those tighter ones just because, well, don't have the money to actually win them. So here we are. We're on our way back to the pawn shop. Our first locker here, actually, we got a level 3 locker. The level 3 locker did secure us $1,400 worth of items, which is really good to see. So what I want to do is head on over to the pawn shop, just offload these items just to give us a bit more funds for the next set that is up ahead. I think what I can actually do here as well, maybe buy our upgrade tool. Oh, sorry, our lock-picking tool. There we go. And what we can do is come on here, go to tools, buy our lock-picking tool, and then what I can do is just repair these last few items. There we go. Should be all repaired now. There we go. Alrighty, so what I want to do is I want to head back over to the auctions, pick up our previous 2 chests, sell those ones off, and see how much funds we have remaining. So our next goal, now that we've got our unlock tool, which is really handy, I think is definitely saving up about $3,000 and jumping on some of those blind auctions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit more grinding, and I'll be right back once I do have $3,000. Alrighty, so here we are at the factory. So in the factory here, we're able to participate in blind auctions. You don't know what you're bidding on until the very end. You can lose or you can gain a lot of money. So let's see if we can get this expensive one. Depending on how we go, we might be able to buy a few more as well. Alright, so we were able to secure our first blind auction for $1,900. Fingers crossed that there's actually $1,900 plus in value. So, I mean, not off to the best start. We do have some rare items, or some unique items. We've got half our money back. Yeah, that's about it. Alrighty, so I guess that first one was a bit disappointing. We definitely gonna need to liquidate some of these items just to have some bit more cash on hand. So might as well load these ones up. Just drop these ones quickly off at the pawn shop, and then we can come on back and maybe bid on another one of these auctions as well. Alrighty, so we just arrived at the blind auction storage unit after offloading some of our items. As you can see, we do have quite a bit of money in the bank. Let's see if we're lucky enough to secure that bigger pallet. And cool, we do have 3 boxes here as well, so that's a good sign. And there we go, we've got our second storage locker, well, blind auction for $1,500. So our pallet of goods. Let's crack this bad boy open. We do have some rare items. Actually quite a few rare items, so there we go. We've already broken even just in that. We do have a unique item, oh well, a few unique items, which is really good to see. Unfortunately, these items are banging into one another, so. And then in our Lucky Locks box, we have just a few standard items. But yes, we did break even, so they are, well, profitable, marginally profitable. So it's definitely a worthwhile consideration. I think what we can do is maybe we can offload these items again and see if we can, well, come across any other unique or assorted items. Alrighty, so it is a new dawn, it is a new day, and it is a good opportunity for us to offload some of our items and maybe even make our first investment into our business and see how the story progresses. So I'm going to quickly stop on past my pawn shop, see if we can sell a few items. So a few items ready to sell. There is. So maybe we can just open the pawn shop, see if we can get a customer in and sell off that one of these items. Nope, they're willing to haggle. Alrighty, try again, and unfortunately we just got it for well, hopefully that pushes us over the edge. It sure does. So we got a hobbies, so might as well invest in the hobbies. And there we go, we finished the campaign. So suggested activities is to visit Black Elk, also take part in some blind auctions, which we have, and continue investing in our business. Alrighty, and we do have a few new objectives. That is to reach level 50 renown in various locations around the map. Alrighty, see if we can get another customer in as well. He should close it right after, and then at 9 o'clock we should be able to continue as normal. There we go, we got a really good deal on that item. It was a $130 item and we sold it for, well, almost double. We got a new customer coming in. He's happy to buy that item for a really good price as well. I think we've got one more item that needs to be sold, so hopefully we do have a customer coming in. By the looks of it, we do. And here we go. And there we go. $150 items sold for almost $300. Well, a bit more than $300. So there we go. We got quite a lot of money in our bank. I do have quite a lot of items still in the back of my truck. I don't want to wait around for those items to be sold. So what we're going to do is let's pick up our helmet that we dropped off at the surplus shop. And maybe we can jump on another one of those blind bid auctions and see if we can come across some of these more rare items. Alrighty, so we just pulled up to the toy shop. Let's just drop these items off to be verified very quickly. Get that out of the way. And we can jump on in and head around the corner to the blind bid auctions. So fingers crossed that we're able to secure a really good deal. And it's easy as that, we're already here. Let's run on in and have a look. Got two opportunities here. Let's see if we can jump on this one. We do have quite a bit of items here, so hopefully we are lucky. Alrighty, for $1,900, let's hope that this one is a loot box crate of goods. Alright, let's focus on the first one. Cool, we do have some rare items, and straight off the bat, as you can see, we do have just more and more rare items. We do have a unique item, a few unique items as well, so definitely this was a good buy. Let's see, we did this one over. Let's just jump on top of this. And look at that, we found a legendary item. How exciting. Actually, we got 2 legendary items. And we also got a old phone as well. So, those ones there, I definitely think we should get over to the specialist. And also with those unique items as well. Our last pallet, let's see how well we did. Some more unique items. And there we go. We have secured almost a $1,000 profit without even considering these 2 items. Hopefully these 2 items are $1,000 plus. But yeah, these are blind auctions. If you're lucky, definitely are worth the gamble. But as they say, there is no guarantee, so yeah. So I think with that being said, I think we can focus on getting these items appraised and go from there. So we do have quite a bit of items to verify, so I'm just going to focus on these unique items and rare items. As you can see, some take 6 hours. The others take 12 hours. Bit of an investment to actually get these ones verified. Oh, geez, looks like I don't even have enough money. So what we're gonna do is let's just quickly run over down to the pawn shop, liquidate some of these goods for some cash, and then we can come straight on back and get our last legendary item verified as well. At least the verification process. Alrighty, so that's most of our goods. We have almost $4,000. And there we go. We've got almost $4,000 in the bank, and the only item remaining is our legendary item. So let's quickly scoot on over to the electronics shop again, drop this one off, and maybe we can also pick up our chest that we got at the locksmith.
May I help you?
Alrighty, so it is a new day, and I decided just to head on home straight after dropping off all our items to be verified. And today what we want to do is let's see how much our items are actually worth. How exciting! We got a bunch of unique items, we got a bunch of legendary items. There should be some serious money coming our way very, very soon. And we also have a few items that were finished by the toy shop, so I think what we're going to do is we can stop past the toy shop, loop back around to the electronic shop, and then we can have a quick look at what we've got. Alrighty, so our first shop and stop is the toy shop. We had these two items that we dropped off here. These items are worth a few dollars, $300 each, so not bad there. Let's see how they compare to the items at the electronic shop. And here we are at the electronic shop. Let's see how well we did. Actually, let's move this out of the way. So
What do you want? I'm hungry.
don't accidentally stack things on. So here's our items. They have finished their verification process. And now let's have a look and see how well we did. So the head that we were able to acquire is in perfect condition. That is $400. Laptop in bad condition. Well, in normal condition it's worth $1,000, so it's not bad. Our phone in perfect condition worth $400. We have an old phone worth $300, and then we also have our other laptop in bad condition and upgraded to a normal condition laptop. So that was pretty cool. Let's see what happens if we're able to upgrade some of our tools, if we can. Unfortunately we can't, but definitely it is somewhat worthwhile. So if you guys are really liking this series, please let me know. At this stage I think I might be focusing on a few other series instead. If you are finding this interesting and want me to continue, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again until the next one.